Hey everybody, welcome back to Ian's Movie Reviews. This week I'm going to be doing a new release that I just saw yesterday called The Woman in Black, starring Daniel Radcliffe, aka Harry Potter. Obviously, like I said before, I'm going to be doing, pros and cons, what I thought about the movie. I'm also, by the way, I'm spoiling the movie at the end of the thing. It's not my original idea. It's another channel that does movie reviews. I'm kind of not original at all. I'm not original at all. So yeah, I steal ideas. But like I said, I'm going to be, say the spoiler, and then you guys can get the hell out if you do not want to hear. Also, I care about what you have to say. If you saw the movie, if you didn't see the movie, tell me what you think. If you have a good day or bad day, just be like, hey, what's up, I'm having a good day, or whatever. I don't care. Whatever. Put it in the comments below. I care. Anyway, let's get into it. It stars Daniel Radcliffe, aka Harry Potter, and it goes either way. And a good expectation would be like, oh, he's moving on with his acting career past Harry Potter, and he's trying to take it seriously now, and it's awesome. He's doing his own thing. And then the bad expectation is saying, oh, well, maybe he's not good enough. And he's just a Harry Potter guy. Like, that's all he's ever going to be known for. I never had that expectation, but I'm just assuming that's what people expected because I heard a lot of bad reviews on this movie. But like I said, I saw the trailer like a month ago on Internet Movie Database, which I will link in the description. It's where I get all my news and movies, trailers and stuff. It's awesome. It's an awesome site. But anyway, I saw that on there like a month ago, and I was like, man, I want this to come out. I want this to come out. I saw the trailer. It's like a ghost movie, and I was like, well, I'm not into ghost movies, but this looks amazing. Like I said, I had that expectation going into the movie. I walked out of that movie shaking out of pure fear, but also because I enjoyed it so much. It was fantastic, better than I expected, far out, and I felt like it wasn't a horror movie, as it was just a psychological thriller, and I felt like they hit the nail on the head. They had tons of story to it, like so much story detail and character detail as far as the main character, which Daniel Radcliffe, and the woman in black, which is the main character also, in the bad aspect, she's a bitch. But yeah, yeah, you guys screwed that up. Forget about them. They're losers. Anyway, I definitely loved it so much. Only a few things I didn't like was it was a bit slow in the beginning. It was a bit slow, kind of at putting everything together with the main character, and just you kind of bored him, kind of, to be honest. But once it picks up, it freaking picks up. It's amazing. I was like this the whole time, like hiding in my jacket, like, because I'm a pussy. There was some scenes which I will talk about in the spoilers that really, really got to me. I was freaked the hell out after I saw them. I was like, oh my god, like jump scares type thing. But yeah, overall, I would give it a 4.5 out of 5. It was amazing. Only 4.5, obviously, because of the boringness part of it in the beginning. But like I said, it's amazing throughout the whole movie. It makes sense, and the ending, obviously, which I spoil again in the spoil section, it makes sense too after you think about it, or if you just have common sense, it'll make sense. But like I said, that's really about it. And then the spoiler. Here's the spoiler section. Get the hell out. Go away. You suck. No, you don't suck. I'm just kidding. But get out if you don't want to hear this. There was a few scares that got me. One of which, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. It takes place with Daniel Radcliffe in the house itself, and he's staying overnight at this house one night because he has to file paperwork because he's a lawyer, and that's his last job because he's about to lose his job pretty much. That's what the boss guy was telling him, like, well, if you gotta pull this off. Of course, I don't understand most of the lingo they use because it's like old English lingo, and I didn't understand it. But obviously, he had to get it done by Friday, which was the date he was going to see his son again. Which, by the way, his wife died giving birth to his son, and that's why he's always sad. The main character, Daniel Radcliffe, is always sad all the time, and it's a bad thing. Seeing Harry Potter sad kind of sucks, to be honest. But the scare comes when he's in the house. It's night. It's like in the night. He's kind of just doing his own thing throughout the whole movie. By the way, he's kind of oblivious to what's really going on. as far as like the jumps, as far as like the stuff in the background, because that's what kind of movie it is. Stuff happens and stuff, whatever. But it was like he was doing files or whatever. He was looking through papers, you know, reading about this woman, the woman in black, and how she was, you know, she has this vengeance against, you know, her husband, because her husband, they obviously divorced, and the husband took the kid, her kid, and then obviously you find out later on the kid died in this mush stuff, like drowned in this mush, and when she found that out, she was, you know, really sad, and she killed herself. That's why she's like a corpsey ghost chick, really gross. But he's in the house filing things, and he starts hearing this rapid sound like douche, 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 and I'm making this thing because that's what it was. It was a rocking chair in the top floor of the house in one of the rooms, and it was a rocking chair. And basically he's like, you know, he's confused. He's like, what's going on? You know, he's like, what? And he goes up to the house, or up to the top floor, and he goes into that room. And of course, it's a long hallway with candles lit, and you know, it's creepy. It's a very creepy vibe. And he goes up to the door. He tries to open it, and it would not open. So he goes back downstairs to get an axe because he's freaking out at this point. He's like, well, I'm gonna kill this. I'm gonna kill this chick right now, or whatever, you know. And he goes up to the door, and he's like walking back, and then the door opens, and he's like, you know, what's going on? And then he goes into the room, which apparently was with the room that the woman in black like lived, like the room that she lived and died in. And first off, he sees the rocking chair just and for a split second, which got me, I don't know why it got me so good, but it shows the chick sitting in the chair for like a split second, and it like made me jump. But that was that, and then what happened next was he saw this wallpaper up on the wall, and there was a rip right there. So he's like, you know, well, I gotta check this out. And he starts ripping it, and it's basically like a vengeance thing written in blood, basically, that says like, keep in mind I have bad memory, so it says something along those lines, but it says like, your kid, or if you can't have him, or if I can't have him, no one will. And then it shows, after he finds that out, stuff is starting to rapidly happen, like, you know, not like Paranormal Activity where stuff's flying just randomly, but like just stuff's vibrating and like little trinkets, which kind of freaked me out, like clown. There's a clown that was like just like a, you know, thing. But that stuff's happening, and you see the woman for a split second again, because that's how this movie is, where he's you know, jumping out. She jumps. She has the noose. She's like hanging on the noose, and then the next scene is her jumping off, and then you don't see her after that, as far as this scene goes. And then he goes up to the window because he sees he sees something, and it's like a cross, like somebody died. And he walks up and he's looking, and a kid, a little kid, that little kid, her kid, starts coming out of where she, you know, he died, obviously. And he's like, what? And then the window next to him, like, starts showing a handprint, and he puts his hand on the handprint, and then a second later, obviously, the chick in the reflection, like yells. Of course, she yells a lot in this movie. I don't know why, but she's like, ah, I'm yelling. But that was just one of many things. And then obviously the ending, which I thought about later on. I was like, what? You know, I was kind of confused, but it made sense after I saw it. Basically, what the synopsis is when a child sees the woman in black anywhere, the kid wants to kill himself or herself, and they end up killing themselves in some way. But he was with his son finally on Friday at the last day, and he's you know, whatever. And he's got his kid, and they're at the train station, and he's talking to his friend and Daniel Radcliffe is talking to his friend that's all rich and stuff, right? And his kid starts walking on the train tracks because he saw the woman in black, and he's gonna kill himself. And Daniel Radcliffe's like, what? You know, he's confused, like after he sees the kid, he's like, no, you know, obviously. And he goes to run and get the kid, and it shows him having the kid, and then it shows like the train go by, sort of, and it shows him like you think he's fine. But what I found out later on was that he actually died along with his son. And at the same time of this is happening, the rich guy who was talking to Daniel Radcliffe saw the lady in black, the woman in black, along with all the kids that died in the reflection of the windows that were going by on the train. And he's like, you know, he's freaked out. But basically, that's about it. I'm kind of rambling now. I got nothing else to say. You know, again, that was the spoilers. Hopefully you guys, you know, aren't bummed out if you kept watching like an idiot. But thank you for watching. Keep a lookout for more, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.